kind of encapsulate conscious living in a nutshell, it comes down to three main principles. One is lowering the chemicals in our life. The other thing is lowering the plastic in our life. And the last one is better habits.
If you consciously choose your behavior and habits by focusing on your choices and what you control, you will be more thoughtful and it will be easier to deal with whatever life throws at you. Hello and welcome to Rabbi Rashi Foundation. Happy to have Mukund Bs. He is a social entrepreneur and is on the mission to help people more towards a healthier and more sustainable lifestyle. मुकुंद आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है कि आप आए.
Thank you.
So to start with, Mukund, please tell us about brand Mukund Bs and your other brands. Especially, let us talk about conscious living.
Just to give a brief introduction about me, I'm an MBA from IIM Calcutta, and I worked in ITC for 3 years before I started my entrepreneurial journey. I started with Renew IT because I feel that India has huge potential, but then there's a lack of opportunity for a lot of people. Most people cannot afford a computer. So we realized that if we can make good quality computers affordable to everyone, then see, with less than 1 in 10 Indians having a computer, we already have produced so many amazing companies and leaders like Sundar Pichai and all who are leading like technology like giants. But if more and more people can get access to computers, then I mean, there is no limit to what people can achieve. So Renew IT makes like our mission at Renew IT is to make computers affordable to every Indian. And we've been very privileged that along that journey, we've had the opportunity to impact more than a lakh lives of Indians. So that's my first startup. And like I have always been a person who believes in healthy living, sustainable living. And as a family, we follow a lifestyle which is more conscious, and we started going deeper and deeper into this journey around 7 or 8 years ago. So conscious living is a brand which is trying to make people aware about how their everyday like products that they use every day is actually damaging their health and also destroying the environment around them. And it's just products that we use every day, so we don't even think about it. So but it's 7 billion people doing small things every day, and it just adds up, and the problem today we see is massive.
Absolutely amazing picking up entrepreneurship because you want to change the common man's lifestyle. This is absolutely wonderful, Mukund. Okay, so what exactly inspired you to begin with this useful venture?
So see, the thing is, like I've always been living a more healthy lifestyle from a young age. I don't eat too much junk food, and like I prefer eating home food most often. And I exercise regularly. So one day after playing tennis, I was just sitting and chatting with friends. And then, like I said, obviously we are healthier than others because we exercise regularly and we eat a lot of veggies every day and all that. And my friend said, "Are you sure that's enough to be healthy?" I'm like, "Yeah, what else can we do?" Then he said, "But do you know what kind of food you're eating?" I'm like, "Yeah, I eat healthy food." He said, "But how is the food grown?" I said, "I've never thought about it." Then he said, "I'll just give you one example." And he explained to me all about refined oil. He said how refined oil, the first step in refined oil, they actually soak the oil in a petrochemical for the petrochemical to extract the oil out of the seed. And then a lot of other processing happens. So the petrochemical is a solvent. So then they're supposed to evaporate it, and it's supposed to evaporate fully. But we know that nothing evaporates fully, right? So there's always residue left. So every day we're eating a little bit of petrochemical whenever we eat oil. And this is like not one day, right? This is over our lifetime, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, 60 years. So without our knowledge, every day with every product that we're consuming, a little bit of chemical is entering our body over our lifetime. And that's the reason why today we have so many lifestyle diseases. People are passing away at the age of 40 with heart attack, which was never common, right? I mean, like maybe when we were growing up 30 years ago, if someone had a heart attack, that was talk of town. It's like, oh, inko heart attack ho gaya. But today, I mean, like a 40-year-old gets a heart attack and dies, and it's like, theek hai, heart attack aa gaya, kya kar sakte hain? We've just taken it for granted. And no one can pinpoint saying why the heart attack came, because it is like a little bit of each product that you use every day is contributing to it. So you can't say you cut down this and then your heart attack will go or cancer will go. For someone, it'll be heart attack. For someone, it'll be cancer. For someone, it'll be diabetes. For someone, it'll be Alzheimer's. So today, the biggest cause of death is not a COVID or a virus. It is your lifestyle disease. And no one can, you can't blame anyone else for it because it comes to you. But then if one person in the family gets a lifestyle disease, the entire family suffers. Kisi ko cancer aa gaya, if the husband gets it, the wife and the kids suffer. If a kid gets it, the parents suffer. I mean, it's like we are a family, right? So it's really sad. And I kept writing about all of this during COVID. So then a lot of people wrote back to me personally saying, this is fantastic that you're sharing such wonderful information. But how do I know like what products to use? Because there's a huge trust deficit in India. All the brands say they're natural. Vim uses 2 drops of lemon and it says the power of lemon. But then like 99% is chemical in it. And if you look at the back of any cleaning product, there is no chemicals mentioned on it. So how do you know what you're using every day? We just assume that it's safe, but how do we know that it's not harming us or our family or our loved ones? So as we kept going deeper and deeper into the research, we realized that every product that we use today, unfortunately, is putting chemicals into our body. Like the food we eat, the cleaning products that we use, even the clothes that we wear today, more than 80% of the clothes we wear is all made of plastic, and plastic is chemical again. So that keeps rubbing against our skin. And then every time it's washed, it releases microfibers, which goes into the water, and we drink that water again. So another shocking statistic I realized is every human is eating 5 grams of plastic per week. That's like as much as a credit card. And obviously no one is looking for plastic to eat, right? It's all unintentional. Today, all the salt in the world has microplastics in it. And it has like chemicals called like anti-caking agents, which ensures that the salt doesn't stick to each other. So if salt can't stick to each other and it goes into our body, how will our enzymes like go on the salt and digest it? So like this, we realize that every product, and like unfortunately, the ads which highlight any feature, that's the worst thing for our body. They say free flowing salt, and they show that it just keeps going, and that's actually the worst thing for us. Then they say clothes which are shining bright, so they add optical brighteners which are designed to stay back on your clothes even after you rinse it completely. Because what does an optical brightener do? It reflects more light, so it makes your clothes look bright and shiny. And that stays on your clothes, so it keeps rubbing against your body. So little tiny little bit of that optical brightness keeps entering your skin. So skin is the largest organ, right, in our body, and it's the most porous also. Anything that comes in touch with it absorbs it. So this is the world that we live in. The brands that we trust the most are actually killing us, and they're going away. Like there's no regulation, there is nothing. And I think we can't wait for government to come and do something. We have to make the right choices, essentially. So this is what I love telling people. Every time we buy like a product which is harming us, we're creating more demand for that product. But every time we demand for a product which is better for us, then we're creating more demand for that product. So we have the power with us with every rupee that we spend. we can ensure that the right products come into the market.
Okay, so this is absolutely wonderful and so much of knowledge at this age, and you are educating people with this. This is absolutely wonderful, Mukund. Okay, so what are the different kind of products and services you're offering at Conscious Living?
See, the thing is, like I said, I kept writing about all of this during COVID, and people kept asking me. So I realized that just talking about it doesn't help people. So we need to actually give people the right products. Because there's a huge trust deficit. No one knows whether the product that is claimed to be natural or organic is actually natural or organic. And today there are actually a lot of people who are doing fantastic work. There are some people who are like growing food naturally. Then there are some people who are making cleaning products which are chemical free. And there are some people who are making products which are like replacement of plastic products. But I'll just give you one example. What happens in every household every day? We eat vegetables every day, but that's grown with pesticides. Then we eat, like, along with vegetables, we eat rice or roti or whatever. And today, all of the rice or roti that's available in the market is all extra polished. So the bran or the husk, which is the nutritious part, is removed. Then we use a refined oil to cook it, which has a lot of petrochemicals and other products in it, which are not good for us. Then we add salt to it. Salt has like microplastics in it, and it has like anti-caking agents and other chemicals. Then we cook it on Teflon cookware. And like there's enough research which shows that Teflon causes all kinds of cancer. And the company which invented Teflon, they've already paid more than 7,000 crores in just lawsuits against them. So that's the amount of damage that Teflon has done for people across the world. And these are just people who have sued them. Imagine how many more people have died because of the cancer caused through Teflon. And then we use like cleaning products, which are, again, we don't know what chemicals are there in the cleaning products to clean the vessels that we eat in. And those products, of course, have residues left on the plate and the vessel. You cook the food in that and you eat it. And then you use like something like a Scotch Brite or any scrub, which is again full of plastic, which as you scrub, it leaves like tiny particles of plastic on your food. So if I actually want to help people make a better lifestyle choice, I need to give them from A to Z. Because if I just say, this is like organic food, eat it, and then you cook it on like a cookware, which is full of chemicals, then what's the use? Or like you just change, see, it's like the whole thing is where chemicals are entering your body. So if I just give you the knowledge, or if I just tell you, just eat, some people will just keep talking about cookware, change kar do, your life will get changed. I mean, of course, it will help you to a certain extent, but as a whole. So that's why we realize that we need to educate people about the entire thing, like, and then start giving the entire solution. So we've just started with a few products. And we want to like expand our product range so that we can give the entire solution to people. So right now we've come out with like plastic replacement products, like a wooden toothbrush, like a coconut coir scrub, which is a replacement for a Scotch Brite. We've come out with chemical-free cleaning products. We have not yet ventured into food, but very shortly we want to venture into food also. One of the reasons we have not ventured into food is actually, so today, like more than 80% of the food that we personally eat at home, we buy directly from farmers. So me and my brother is more passionate than me. We've visited like 500 farmers in the last 7-8 years. So we know like which farmers grow food without chemicals and which farmers. So we source only from such farmers. But the reason I'm not introducing food today is because today all food is packaged in plastic. And when like you transport it, the plastic rubs against the food and it puts like again plastic particles into the food. So we've been trying to see how we can come out with a paper packaging, which is unbleached. From our research, we realized that unbleached parchment paper is the safest food contact material. So we're close to finalizing, like it's been very hard for us to source unbleached parchment paper in India because no one makes it in India. So very shortly we will start introducing food products also, because we want it to be packed in unbleached parchment paper so that there's no chemical added into the food products that we're giving our customers.
This is absolutely wonderful. Honestly, I feel that, see, there are many people in the market out there who claim various things, you know, as rightly put by you. They will say this is organic, you just pop into any of these, I don't want to name them, like online services, and every day they will say organic adrak, organic cabbage, and they sell it at, like, double the price of the normal. So we really don't know. So what exactly is the USP of your venture? Why does it stand out from other people who claim the same things?
So, like I said, and like you also rightly pointed out, there's a huge trust deficit in India. See, Johnson and Johnson, which is a brand which all moms in the world trust, they're discontinuing the talcum powder because it causes cancer. I mean, like we've all probably grown up putting like Johnson and Johnson talcum powder on us when we were children. So there's a huge trust deficit when it comes to big brands failing to deliver, and even now, like no common man wants to believe anything. So the way we want to address this is when I talk about the conscious cleaning products, the chemical-free cleaning products, we actually disclose each and every ingredient that we use, and we also tell why we use each ingredient. So when I say ingredient A is added into this product, first we ensure that it's a plant-based ingredient and not a petrochemical ingredient. And then we actually tell you this is for like creating, like making it more viscous for getting a better shine, or this is a preservative so that this cleaner lasts you for 12 to 15 months. So every ingredient that we add, we tell you why we add it. When it comes to food, we want to actually disclose which farm we are sourcing each food product from. So we're building a traceable food supply chain, where I can say that this product which has reached you was actually grown by farmer A in this part of the country. So we've been working on the back end for that, because end of the day, people should trust us. And if we see today, there are a lot of cold pressed oils available in the market, but people don't tell you whether they use normally grown seeds or they use organically grown seeds. They just say cold pressed oil. So we will have different varieties of cold pressed oil, where like one will be like with normally grown seeds, which might be with pesticide also, but at least there won't be additional chemicals added during the processing. And the chemicals added during the processing is actually much higher than the chemicals which the plant absorbs during the growth stage. So we will say that this like cold pressed oil has like organic seed in it, and this cold pressed oil actually has regular seed in it, because we believe that transparency is the only way that people will trust you over the long term. And if you keep giving what you say and saying what you give, then that's the way it can grow.
Okay, so you were in a job and you made a shift to entrepreneurship. What advice do you have for those following the same footsteps?
The one thing that I always tell them is be mentally prepared to do this at least for 3 or 4 years, because nothing happens overnight. People are like, I'll try for 1 year, and then if nothing happens, I'll go back. I'm like, please don't do it. Because for anything to take shape, see, if you like need a baby, it takes 9 months. You can't say like do it in 3 months and see if anything happens. If you want a fruit from a seed, it takes, like each fruit has a different shelf life. So for entrepreneurship, it's, I say 3 to 4 years. If something happens before that, it's God has been very kind, you've been very lucky. But on an average, the 1,000-day rule applies. You need to stick it out for 1,000 days, go through the grind, like keep like you've sown the seed, but keep watering it, keep giving like fertilizer or like other things to it. and wait for the fruit to come.
And I so agree with this, because nothing can happen overnight or maybe just in 1 year. You need a lot of time and energy and believe that you're passionate about it even after 3 years. That is the most important thing. That's absolutely wonderful. Mukund, what are your social initiatives? Because I believe you are someone who can feel life and understand, so how are you socially inclined and what are your CSR initiatives? Let's hear those.
At Renew IT, we started a thing called computers in schools, where we've set up computer labs in government schools and low-income schools. We've set up almost 50, 60 such labs in the last few years. A lot of these have been through like foundations like Rotary or through corporates themselves, where they've adopted certain schools and we've kind of helped them to do the like entire setup and all that. And through conscious living, I think it's a social venture in itself, because I think everyone stands to benefit. And hopefully, if we can get the word out and more people adopt a conscious lifestyle and start eating food which is healthier for them, using products which are healthier for them, hopefully in the next 20-30 years we can see the reduction of diseases like heart attack and cancer and diabetes and all that. So that's my that I mean, like, our entire team at Conscious Living, that's our aim and that's our vision.
And we would like you to share about your awards and recognitions.
So through Renew IT, I've actually been blessed to get a few awards. I got the CNBC Masterpreneur Award in 2015. I got the FKCCI Innovation Award. Then I've also been featured in a lot of newspapers, magazines, and on radio and TV. Life has been good. God has been very kind. We've been recognized for the good work that we're doing. And I'm also pretty active on the IIM Calcutta Alumni Network. So that's another thing that I do.
Okay, so that's wonderful, Mukund. Any special message to all the brands and to all the people, the community?
So I think I spoke about chemicals a lot. Plastic, I just like to briefly touch upon. See, today the government is taking many steps to ban single-use plastic and all that, which is fantastic. But as individuals, I think we can do a lot of things. We can do simple things like carry our own bag when we go for shopping, carry our own water bottles when we go out of home. Because one is, it's not only environmentally better, but actually it's very bad to drink water from plastic bottles, because the plastic leaches into your water, especially when it's exposed to sunlight and all that. And simple things that we can swap, right? Instead of using a plastic earbud, we can use a earbud which is made of paper or bamboo. There are many things that we can do, small things, but then when 7 billion people do these small things, the impact is massive. And coming to better habits, a lot of us today, we get up and the first thing that we drink is a tea or a coffee, which is not at all good for us, because that's a little acidic food. Ideally, we should start our day with water, because it keeps us hydrated for the rest of the day, and it also just rejuvenates our organs. uh, like if you like to read a newspaper, or you want to do something, just do it in sunlight in the morning before you do your other things. Just getting 10-15 minutes of sunlight every morning goes a long way in building our immunity and has so many other benefits. And we all sit the whole day pretty much with our work life. I mean, we are all working on the computer. Just make it a point, get up every 1 hour, just walk for 1 or 2 minutes, stretch your body so that the blood flow is good. Simple things that we can do without like major lifestyle changes, but if we keep doing it every day over our lifetime, that makes us healthier over the longer term. We might just think, okay, one day if I don't move my body, what will happen? But then like that one day becomes 2 days, becomes 3 days. So, I mean, like I always like to give this example. Can you say which day is the day that your biceps will go from small to big? It's not on a single day, right? When you keep going to the gym over like 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, then you can see your biceps growing bigger. So it's that 1% that you keep doing every day, it keeps getting compounded. And that's the difference between living healthy at the age of 70 or 80, or like getting a lot of diseases by the time you're 50 or 60. Because every convenient choice that you do today, it's like a credit card that you're swiping. You're just borrowing time from the end of your life, healthy time from the end of your life. So instead you do the right things today, then you'll have a longer, healthier life.
Clean living is a habit and mindset. Once adopted, it's definitely a different world for you. All the details of Mukund Bs is available in the feed. Get in touch with him in case you want any kind of workshops, any kind of speaker lessons, any kind of knowledge, his products, everything is available. His email and his number is available. Kindly get in touch with him. Mukund, आपका बहुत बहुत thanks है किया.
Thank you.